Hello YouTube, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. I want to talk about the falling away. In America, the United States, I don't know if you've noticed, but the media is getting real big on secular organizations and secular people doing work that is charitable. They ignore that churches have been doing this for hundreds of years. Really, the whole time the church has been in existence, the church has done charity work. But lately, the media, they have like the CNN heroes, and they're constantly showing how secular people are helping others and stuff, and they're really pushing this. And the Christian church has been helping people forever with millions and millions of dollars. The media, I know what's happening, is they're trying to make it out that the secular community can help people just like the Christians. But there's a huge difference between the secular and the Christians. They can both supply food, they can both, supply clothing, they can both supply medical stuff like this. I mean, they can. But what the true church can offer that secular never can, ever, I don't care how hard they try, because it's impossible. The secular cannot offer salvation from going to hell. The Christians can. Secular can provide clean water. The media shows that, secular people going to Africa and stuff and digging wells for them, giving them clean water. Secular can do that. But all it means is people are going to go to hell drinking clean water. Or if they supply food, people are going to hell with a full stomach. Or they're going to hell with plenty of clothes on their back. But the media is going to ignore that, and they will never admit it. What they're trying to do is they're doing their best to try to replace the Christian church. And then the media, anytime somebody dies, they talk about, oh, they're in a better place. Doesn't matter whether they've been the most sinful rock star or whatever, they're in a better place. Or the media, they'll talk about, oh, I know their spirit's here with us. Or they're looking down on us. Doesn't matter what they believed about God, doesn't matter how they lived, anything. They're looking down on us, and they're all in heaven. The great falling away is happening. I mean, it's even the so-called churches in America, most of them don't even teach anything that's worth anything. It's hard to find a church that actually teaches the Word of God and teaches about hell and heaven and sin, in churches that preach against homosexuality and abortion and fornication and adultery, and that teaches that loving materialism is a huge sin, that gossip is a sin, that that takes the Word of God and actually takes it word by word and expounds on it and teaches the meat of the Word. Go try to find a church that does that. It's really hard to do in America. And over in Europe and Australia, it's even harder. I've heard that it's very difficult to find good churches over there. But in the United States, it's getting pretty hard to. You can still find them, but there's not very many anymore. And it's hard to even find Christians that are serious about God, just individual Christians that are serious about it. People will claim to be Christian, but then they'll love other things more than God. People in America will talk more about sports than they do Jesus, or they'll talk about taking their kids to church and stuff, and youth baseball and youth basketball and stuff, but then you go try to talk to them about Jesus and they don't even want to hear it. They think you're weird. Great falling away is upon us, and we have to be ready for it. Are you ready to be ridiculed? Are you ready to be made out to be a hater because you say homosexual marriage is a sin? So that's what they're saying in American media, is that you're a hater if you say that being homosexual is a sin, and especially homosexual marriage is a sin. It's something else, labeling Christians to be haters. When Christians truly believe that you love other people like yourself, that you put others above yourself, that you stay humble and don't worry about your own rights, and that Jesus even said, love your enemies. But we're being labeled as haters. It's Christians that have started hospitals in America. It's Christians that started schools in America. It's Christians that have done all kinds of stuff in history that people don't even realize that Christians have done. It's Christians that have run orphanages to take care of kids that didn't have parents. It's always been Christians that go out on the mission field in places like Africa and helped people, not only physical food and water and clothing, but with the gospel of how to go to heaven. The Christians are the ones that give you the truth, not a bunch of nonsense about evolution and stuff like that. But we're being labeled haters. And it's going to get worse, because it'll get to where you're persecuted very badly. And we have to be ready for it, because the great falling away comes before the return of Christ. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 tells you that. God bless you.